Welcome to Toffee TV. We are previewing Group H ahead of the World Cup this week. The final group. Me and Sarah have gone through a couple today. Me and Ped have also done some, so check out the ones we have done before. This is Group H. Poland, Senegal, Colombia and Japan. Off the top of your head, who are you going for to win the group? Actually, before you said there's no group of death. Right, but there's two groups in this World Cup which are really difficult to predict. I think it's Group D, which has Iceland, Argentina, Croatia and Nigeria. That's a bad group.
That is a tough one.
That's tough. And I think this one is really tricky because look at the teams. You know, Japan, people might go, they're the weakest. And yet, if we just start with Japan, we've got Shinji Kagawa, who he's at Dortmund, at United. They've got Muto, they've got Nakamoto, who's a centre-back, Ishida, who plays for Southampton. They're a good workman-like side, very, very fit, well organised. So they're not going to be any pushovers.
No, there's certainly not going to be any pushovers, and I think this is one of those groups that, at first glance, maybe, you don't think too much into, but as you said, any one of those four teams, you wouldn't be surprised if they finished anywhere, if that makes sense.
It does, it does.
So it's tricky. The one that's really kind of got me, that goes maybe under the radar a little bit, is sometimes Senegal. Senegal have got some fantastic players in there as well. Poland, Colombia, they all have. So it's going to be actually quite an interesting group, this one, because of the tightness of it. You know, you wouldn't necessarily look at this and go, oh, there's going to be some fantastic games in there, but
they probably will, because normally they're the ones. Who would you see as favourites in that group? Who do you think are the favourites in that group?
Probably going to go Poland.
Ah, yeah, still go Poland.
Still go Poland, just. Okay. But Senegal for me as well. That's another one. If I have to pick, I'll probably go those two to go through.
Those two, and yet, so you'd admit you're kind of omitting Colombia, who have got some really, really good players. I mean, if we look at Colombia, obviously we've got Ramadal Falcao there, Carlos Bacca, who is well known as well, Izquierdo, who plays at Brighton.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a cracking little player, him
as well. So they've got them. Then in midfield, you've got James Rodriguez. You know, and you've got Ospina is the keeper. In fact, I've got the Colombia squad just there. They've got Luis Muriel as well, who's linked with Everton, plays at Seville. Carlos Sanchez used to play for Villa. Jefferson Lerma of Levante. At the back, they've got Zapata, excuse me, from AC Milan. Arias from Eindhoven. This has got Frank Fabra. They haven't got Frank Fabra now. He's done his ACL, so he's missing the World Cup. He'll be out for a while, of course, linked with Everton. And also Davison Sanchez, who is a centre-back at Spurs and has been very, very good since they bought him from Ajax. So they've got players as well. So you're right, you could probably make a case for, I would say, 3 out of 4. That's without really looking into Japan. But like I said before, Japan are well organised and do have some key players. So they're the outsiders.
They work hard, don't they, as well? Like the Japanese, in any sport or anything like that, they are going to go for it. They're going to go for it.
So they'll be tough. But these 3, I think you can make a case for all 3 of them winning it and all 3 of them finishing 3rd.
Definitely.
Moving on to Senegal, obviously Ghana's there.
Oh boy.
There was disappointment for Oumar Niasse.
Yeah.
What did you think about his omission? Because I thought he'd done fairly well.
Really shocked. Really, really shocked. I didn't think there was going to be any way that he wasn't going to make it into the side. I mean, he scored how many Premier League goals? Something like 7 or 8 Premier League goals.
I think he got 8 in 10 starts.
There you go.
Most of it was obviously off the bench, but
that's it. But he scored against like the bigger sides and stuff like that as well. So I think he's had a great season for a really, really terrible Premier League side in Everton past season. I'm super surprised to see that he didn't get picked, and I think it's really harsh on the lad, to be fair to him. I think he's probably sat there thinking, what more have I got to do to get in the side? Every opportunity that he had, he proved himself. And I think, you know, it's they've got some decent strikers in there. They've got like Mane, obviously.
Yeah, Mane's the key one, isn't he?
He is, but it's like you said, it's got Diouf who
yeah, I mean, Diouf at Stoke didn't score. He's a strange one for me because he was very good in Germany.
Yeah.
He scored a lot of goals in Germany. In Stoke Bolton, I thought this kid looks like a player for them, and he hasn't done anything really for them. They play him right back sometimes, right wing. They had him everywhere. So that's why I thought Nias would get in, but obviously, you know, they chose to go a different way. Mane is obviously their star player.
Yeah.
He's been a fantastic signing for Liverpool. You know, really fast, direct, hard worker, scores goals. So he could be one who has a really good World Cup. He could shine in this tournament.
He could well do, because I think he still had a really good season for Liverpool, Mane, but I think he's dropped off a little bit compared to what he did the previous season. And of course, you know, with the likes of Firmino and Salah, etc., he's still come up with the goods on big occasions, though.
Scored in the Champions League.
He scored in the Champions League final. It wasn't to be enough, was it, for them that day? But I think that he's probably going to really come into his own, representing his country. He is the main man, and I think he'll take that. And they're going to be hungry for it, because this is a group where, you know, it's fair game. There's no one of them teams is going to be thinking, like we're going to have to give it everything to get through it. It's I think they've got a good chance. They've all got a good chance. It's a tricky one.
It is really tricky. Obviously, Senegal have got like Koulibaly, who's a fantastic defender, plays for Napoli. A lot of teams looking at him. They got Diafra Sakho, he's for West Ham. So they got like household names, you know, good strong players.
Diouf. How's he getting in ahead of?
Yeah, it is a bit mad, but it's going to be like you say, they're going to be a tough side, you know, to beat. Obviously, our boy Garner as well. You know, it's going to be.
I love that kit as well.
It's a good kit.
It's lovely, and it can't stop staring at it.
There is some good kits, and if last but not least, you know, your favourites for the group, Poland. The main man there, Lewandowski. I mean, he's a fantastic goal scorer.
Yeah.
Brilliant striker for Bayern Munich.
He doesn't look like a footballer, I always think.
Just looking at him there, you mean?
Yeah, he never looks like a footballer, and that's
looks like a businessman.
He does, doesn't he? But
whatever businessmen look like. Yeah, he's just being pure quality.
Yeah,
you know, and he does it in big games as well. He's
any country or any side with him in, like they've got a chance. Absolutely, he's that quality of a player where you think you could be a goal or two down or whatever. You've got him on the bench and anything's possible. With someone like that in, you could see them, you know, like you said before about Belgium being the dark horses. When you've got a player of that quality, you just never know what's going to happen. They could do relatively well. Poland, look, I don't think they're going to challenge to win it, but maybe the quarters, something like that.
It's just, again, it's all how it pans out. It's difficult before the tournament because there'll be a lot of teams you look at and go, they'll be sound. They'll be good, they'll get and they turn up and don't perform.
That's it.
We saw France as the holders in 98, went to the 2002 World Cup and didn't get out the group.
Yeah.
You know, it was just that they were in a weak group and still, you know, Senegal beat them and teams like that, and they didn't get out, and it was like, what's happened there? And we've seen it in the past, and we'll probably England in 2014, everyone was like, got a good chance. He didn't get out the group, so the first games are always obviously the key ones. But with him, obviously Grzycki, who Marco Silva took to Hull when he was there, flying winger. You know, he's had a good season again. He's done well for Poland the times he's played. So they have got a threat, obviously, with him. And again, I can't call it because I think Poland might miss out.
Do you? So you're going to
I'm going to say it, I think it's between Colombia and Senegal who wins it. I think Poland will finish third.
That's an interesting one.
I haven't seen enough of Poland, obviously, regularly.
Yeah.
I know a few of the players and the good players, but I don't know. I think Colombia have got some really good players, and I think Senegal are strong and powerful.
Colombia are feisty as well, aren't they? They're feisty as a nation.
And they were good. They were decent in the last World Cup, I think. I think they went out to Brazil in the end on penalties, I think, if my memory serves me right. So it's going to be interesting. This is a really like I said, Group D. Argentina's group's a difficult one to call. Not so much. I don't think Argentina. I think Argentina will win it, but the other three.
Could be anything.
I was on Ball Street this week doing something, and I think in that group I had Iceland finishing bottom.
Did you?
Because Croatia were in Nigeria,
Yeah.
and then you're looking, but then you think Iceland
They're all right.
got to the quarters in the Euro, so you know they could quite easily finish second, or it's that's that kind of group, and I think this one is. I just don't think you can call it.
No.
So interesting. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Who is getting through in this group? Who's winning it? Are you with Sarah and you think Poland will win it? Or are you with me and you think Colombia will win it? Or are you with neither of us and you think Japan or Senegal will win it? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop us a subscribe. It takes a second if you haven't already. Big thanks to Sarah for coming in and doing these with me.
My pleasure.
It's been
Loved it.
absolutely great. And we'll see you soon on Toffee TV.